Bum-ba-da-dum! Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I am Banjo Ben, your humble host here on their favorite website to learn how to play guitar, banjo. This week is Mandolin week. We're wrapping up a Go Tell It on the Mountain series. Last year, actually, I did it on banjo. You need to go check that out if you haven't seen it. Last week, I did it on guitar. This week is mandolin. This is really cool because we're going to concentrate on playing in closed positions. So we're going to come up the neck, play it in the key of G, but not use any open strings. And as I'll explain, one good thing about learning how to do this is you can change keys and transpose very, very easily. So we'll learn the basic melody, then we'll step it up to bring in some harmonies and bluesy licks. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, here in a moment, I'll ask you to come over to the website, BanjoBenClark.com. You can join as a Gold Pick member. You can watch hundreds of videos, download hundreds of tabs and rhythm MP3s. This is about a 20-minute video lesson. Then I have the tab and PDF and TEF file forms. And then I've got 3 different speeds of rhythm MP3 tracks that you can download. I'd be honored to have you on board. Let's jump into Go Tell It on the Mountain. Let's learn Go Tell It on the Mountain on the mandolin. We're going to do it in the key of G today, but something a little different. I want us to work on playing in closed positions. So we're not going to play any open strings for this one. You know, we could play that melody really easy down here with our open strings. We're going to play those exact same notes, but come up to a closed position. Pretty cool, huh? And then after we learn that basic melody, we'll beef it up. We'll build an intermediate solo just by adding some harmonies. We'll talk about that. And then also some little bluesy licks. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Let's go ahead and throw our first line of tab up there. You'll notice beneath each one of these notes, I have those little black arrows. A down arrow means a down stroke. I play those on down beats. An up arrow means an upstroke. I play those on up beats. So pay attention to those as we go. Now the first 3 notes of this in measure 1, that's just a kickoff. That's just to get us into the melody. But the position we're going to be based out of is what violin players would call the 3rd position. That's where our index finger hovers over the 5th fret. One reason why we do that is because our root note, we're in the key of G, so our root note's a G note. We can get it on the 5th fret of that D string. Okay, so that's where we're going to hang out for this whole basic melody. We'll get out of that a little bit whenever we play the intermediate version, but let's just go there for now. So that means our middle finger is going to cover frets 7 and 8, our ring finger is going to cover 9 and 10, and then our pinky would do 11 and 12. So that first note there, measure 1, is the 7th fret. We'll play it with our middle finger down there. Then our 9th fret with our ring, and then come up to that root note. Bum, 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 and that's just a little intro to take us into the melody of the chorus. You know, Go Tell It on the Mountain plays the chorus first. Go tell it on the mountain. Now as we get into it, in measure 2, we're going to play all of the melody notes, but I added a few notes too, and that's just to kind of fill in some of the blank space. So the melody goes, go tell it on the mountain, which would sound like this. But I added in a few, so it sounds like this. So we get all the melody notes, we're just adding in a few. So we start there on that 9th fret, a B note. Mine's a little sharp, I need a fret job done here. But we're going to start on that 9th fret with our ring finger, play a quarter note, and then play 3 more 8th notes, then walk down 7, 5, 9, that's measure 2. Then measure 3, we land a quarter note on the 7th fret, 2 more 8th notes, and then walk back up 5, 7, 9. So let's just play measures 2 and 3 slowly. Good. Now as we get into measure 4, we've got 2 8th notes just started out on the 7th fret, but then you'll notice we have that little rest on the 2nd beat. Over the hills and, so we're going to play that just like we'd sing it. Over, rest, the, and then we go down to 5th fret, hills and. Let me play measures 1 through 4. A little slower, and just keep in mind I have another video segment on the site where I play it much slower than this. This is just so we can hear it all together. Yeah, sounds just like the song, doesn't it? Now measure 5, everywhere, which are all just quarter notes. So the first one's going to be 9th fret, then we go up to the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and I play 2 8th notes there just to spice it up a little bit. Then 7, 5, and then we have a little bit of repeating here in measure 6. It's exactly like measure 2, we've already learned it. Oh, tell it on the mountain. mountain that. So measure 7, mountain. Come back to the 5th fret, and then with our pinky, we're going to grab the 10th fret. I may have said that we covered that with our ring finger earlier. Well, you can. But since we're going to use our ring finger at the start of measure 8, let's do that with our pinky. That Jesus Christ is born. So measure 8, 2 quarter notes on the 9th fret. Then 7, 5, 7. Let me play 5 through 8. We get into measure 9. The first note in measure 9, Jesus Christ is born, and then the rest of the measure is a rest.